Hey, what's up, guys? Rob here. What you're about to listen to is an excerpt from the weekly podcast that I'm a part of called The Juice is Loose. It's just a smaller part to a much larger conversation. So if you are interested in hearing the full episode or subscribing to the podcast or any of the guests on the podcast, you can do so by following the links in the description below. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.
I'm at the point where I'm like, don't throw up the Kickstarter. Unless you have a solid group of people, don't even go into it. Don't give me your concept art. Like if you got the programs, if you have what's the program called?
Unity.
Everybody, yeah, Unity. If you got Unity and you got a couple of guys, you should be able to put something out that I can work with, that I can be excited about, and not just throw me some, static concept art and have me thinking that's what's going on, and then a year and a half later, because I haven't been paying attention, and then a year and a half later, there's this cell phone game almost looking visuals. I'm like, I didn't like that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like I definitely have like a lot of nervous anxiety about it, kind of like you guys are talking about. It could be going really bad, but it's a little early for me to feel like I want to throw them under the bus and feel like it's all.
Oh, I'm not there. I'm
not
doing that. Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's true. You did say that. That's true.
Yeah.
But I know that there's some trepidation, and I definitely am nervous because I really want this game to be good. But I have to build on what you said, T. I think that people might be a little bit too quick to jump to the whole it's all falling apart, he's lying to us, and it's bad news, because that is what happened with the recent one, which is Mighty Number 9. And maybe it turns into that. Maybe he's just, going to be the same kind of freaking problem that Inafune was. But I want to hope that's not it. And, you guys mentioned, don't show us the concept if you don't have the right team in place and this and that, which I agree with. But I wonder if because it's a Kickstarter, there's just a different kind of transparency that we have that normally with these games we don't have. Like with Zelda, that gets delayed 3 times, and even previous Zeldas that get delayed 3 times. And it's sometimes that just happens, but with Kickstarter stuff, maybe they feel more obligated to be vocal about it because people already paid for it.
Yeah.
So it could be a good thing, but it could be bad too.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is already way better than Mighty Number 9 because we were getting bullshitted, and not only that,
I like
he
that
came back and wanted more money for something that had nothing to do with the damn Mighty Number 9.
I need to put in sound effects when they jump, so I need another $1 million.
I'm
Something
like,
what?
That, right? Yeah, so, I'm like, no.
I do like the fact that he's probably trying to learn from Mighty Number 9.
Right.
He's like, okay, I ran into problems. I don't want to lie. I don't want to skirt it under the rug and hope no one notices. How about I just come right out and say it? Yeah. And I think, Terrell, you were kind of trying to say this too, maybe, that we haven't necessarily lost what they've already done. I think they're going to take what they started with the team he didn't like and hopefully move it to the new team, and they can fix what this guy maybe didn't like about it.
Yeah. I'm just saying that concept art from not concept art, but the concept
the teaser thing, yeah.
That stuff needs to go. I don't like any. I don't
mind it.
I like that. I like the style it's in currently. It reminds me of a lot of Symphony of the Night, where it's not it's a weird mix. It's cel shaded 3D kind of.
Yeah, but it felt like Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate.
Well, we don't talk about that.
That's what I felt when I saw that footage. I was like, oh, I don't like that.
No, please don't. I mean,
we're not programmers or anything, but to me, if you're getting a whole new team, you're not adding on. You're just going to a whole new team.
It's true.
He's adding a team. He's not making it. He's not just switching them out.
Yeah, he is.
No, he
says adding. I'm watching.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah,
he said new team. I don't think he's going to have 2 teams working on it.
Yeah, he is. I'm reading it right now.
Huh.
I'm watching the video. It's not he's not getting rid of the team.
Well, it's a translation too, so I don't know. I took adding a new team, and they're looking for a new team as he needs a new team.
Looking for a new team denotes that it's a replacement.
That's how I
phrasing
took it.
Sounds like.
That's how I took it.
Yeah.
So I guess without 100% clarification, but either way, you're talking 2 years, minimum.
2018,
Q2 20, and it ain't.
Yeah, that really sucks.
So I wonder my excitement.
I'll tell you what, in 2018, it sure as hell won't be a Wii U game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's just gone. That's over.
Yeah, there's no way. Now next year, it could still squeak in as a Wii U game, just like Yooka-Laylee. But if it takes another year, then man, that sucks.
So that led with what, looking for a new team and another 2 years tells me that they're not just going to try to fix I feel like he really wants to do something with new with the game.
Well, and maybe that's the kind of thing where maybe like T, you talk about how you don't like the graphic style because it's different than what he showed. Maybe he realized it was coming together that way, and it's not what he wanted. So maybe this is a way for him to kind of fix that.
They could completely revamp the whole situation.
Yeah, maybe he didn't like that just like you didn't. He's like, this is the game I wanted to make.
I didn't like how it looked. It looked pretty generic.
It looked like a generic kind of 3D cell phone game to me.
I don't necessarily.
Yeah, I'm not that negative on it personally.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think that's negative. I was saying what it looked like to me. I didn't feel like it was.
That's fair.
It looked pretty uninspired, like.
Yeah, it just looked uninspired to me, like.
I guess it's so early that I didn't expect anything more than that. Like, there's so much time to make it better, is my hope. But,
well, it's supposed to be out like relatively soon, like.
Yeah, it's not the graphics to me. It's the art style. I'm not feeling.
Because it's sharp, HD visuals. It just to me,
the visuals are fun.
The art direction's pretty lame, but so let me re-ask. I think I asked this already, but who knows? 2 years from now, this new team might not really have anything better results. I mean, how many people have made a video and then I don't like that and reshot it and then end up using the first video, or talking in YouTube terms, somebody that did some kind of art, something, tried it again and actually went back to their first one. I mean, I've done that a handful of times.
Or not even used either one of them, just gave up.
Or yeah,
I've done that plenty of times. It's like, oh no, I hate both of them.
Yeah. So the big thing to come from to think about is that there's no guarantee that this version, the new version, will, or whatever they do, will be really any better. And then you're just adding ridiculous amounts more time for people to wait. And at $5 million, it's like,
bro, that should be the subtitle of Kickstarter.com. Kickstarter.com, no guarantees.
Yeah. Kickstarter.com/maybe.
I mean, by the time 2018, middle of 2018,
you know what though?
Where will my gamer mind even be at that point? Well,
that's really true, especially like after the NX, like the NX and the Scorpio will be out.
I'll be too old. I'll be in the retirement home.
Yeah,
I'll be right there with you, man.
Already be out for a whole year. I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah,
it would have proven itself already.
Even if it's a good game.
Yeah.
See, I was about to say, to me, like, because I want this game to be good so badly. I would be happier if a 2018 game was really good as opposed to a 2017 mediocre or bad game.
Of course.
Yeah. Like, I really would rather have
good,
that.
But
it's true with like the whole factor.
That's the thing, though. Now the expectations would have to rise. I mean, obviously they're dropping for a lot of people because they're worried about this whole situation.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna wait to 2018 now. Like, you're going to have to really allow me.
You better be
for me to get back in.
Just to care, for me to care about it in the middle of 2018 or end of 2018.
Well, hopefully it gets better review scores than Recore has, so,
Yeah.
I haven't seen any Recore reviews.
I'm telling you guys, I don't know if it was in the chat or whatever. You guys remember me? I saw that little gameplay clip. I was
you said you
didn't care for it.
And I said generic and tedious.
Do I need to cancel my pre-order now?
Yeah, mine already shipped, so I'm like...
And you know what?
I bought it on PC already. I already bought it on PC.
You know what?
So I'm not...
I mean, a $40 game.
It's $40, so that's...
I'll put it this way. Metroid Prime Federation Force has a higher score on Metacritic right now.
Yeah, I didn't check any reviews.
Well, all I'm gonna say is like...
But then again,
Sonic Lost World out of 50-something, and I thought it was
still
great.
like that. I was going to say.
There's a Sonic bias.
Wonderful 101 as well has a little Metacritic.
That game should be a 12 out of 10. So we know there's probably...
Look at Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Isn't that...
Can't go by people's
That's at 84 or something, 83.
Yeah, but that's 100.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if they, super marketed this game and put some money in IGN's pockets, that score would be a little bit higher on this game. Because we get broken mess all the time, getting 9s and 10s
that's true.
all the time.
Yeah, I feel
big
pretty...
games.
I paid $30 for it on Amazon. Like, I'm fine.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't know this game was even close. Like, I thought it was a 2017 title or holiday.
You got
the fact that at E3 this year they showed a little clip, a little development diary with some snippets of gameplay, and then just recently we got that wherever that footage came from.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I didn't check reviews. I didn't even know this game was coming out this soon. But those two things just told me, like, I just instantly stopped even paying attention once. Because if they knew they had something, this would have had a bigger E3 presence.
I think just people don't care about it because this is not a type of game that people would buy like on Xbox and stuff.
See, but it'd be nice if they pushed that stuff more.
I think on GameSpot's website or GameStop.
GameSpot.
The retailer. GameStop.
Oh, GameStop.
On their website,
GameStop.
I screen capped this. I was going to put it in the video. I might still. It says from the creator
of Metroid
Prime. No, I'm not done. From the creator of Metroid Prime, Keiji Inafune. I'm not kidding you. I'm going to put it up in the video. I'm like,
man.
What?
It should have said from a guy who worked on Metroid Prime who's not Keiji Inafune.
No, it said it just like that. I'm going to show you. It said it just. I'm like, talk about typo. That is ridiculous.
See, I'm glad you mentioned this because I went to GameStop and the first thing I see is a record. But what does it say? It says record Xbox One Windows 10 pre-order bonus Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
Nuts and Bolts. I forgot about that. Yeah, I recorded that too.
That's a bonus.
Nuts and Bolts.
That's a pre-order
punishment.
That's hilarious. Oh yeah, I'm on it right now. Keiji Inafune, the maker of Metroid Prime,
it still says it.
Oh my god!
Let me ask this: is it an Xbox One version of Nuts and Bolts or the 360 version?
360.
Oh my god!
They're showing the cover art from the 360 version.
Like
so much wrong with
Banjo-Kazooie and 2 package over that.
There's so much fail in that it's not even.
So much fail.
Yeah, somebody dropped the ball big time. Miyamoto got to slap a bitch.
Hold on a second. I don't think I get Nuts and Bolts. Oh wait, but I already have the rare replay anyway. So
yeah, you already have it in rare replay. So
you don't need it, man. Watch JonTron tell you why you don't.
Yeah, you really.
I did. I just saw it the other day actually.
That's
so good, dude.
I'm just gonna. I don't want to. Let's move off of Recore. If this game isn't good, that's 2 in a row for him.
I need it to be good because I heard Jet Force Gemini.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, "Oh yeah, man, Jet Force Gemini and
Me
Metroid
and Robert
Prime."
can let you know.
Yeah.
We got the goods.
I'm picking it up tomorrow, so.
Take that L for the team.
Yeah, well, it unlocks at midnight for me tonight, which I should go to sleep. I don't know.
We know you won't.
Go to sleep.
That's okay.
Don't sleep for that.
Take that motherfucker down.
Go to school. You gotta go to school in the morning.
Yeah. Reading stuff.
It looks like the type of gameplay where my eyes would like get tunnel vision. I'd just zone out because it just looks so uninspired. But anyway, let's get to the rest of this topic. Moving from Bloodstained, I just want to talk about other indie games because Shantae just got delayed by 6 weeks.
Don't remind me.
Which sucks because that was gonna be my get me through October game. But Shovel Knight was like a year. Affordable Space Adventures was about a year. Mighty Number 9 had all kinds of delays. There was a couple others that I can't think of at this point.
Ukulele.
Yeah, that got delayed. They're small teams. These indie devs.
Yeah. No, it was supposed to come out in October of 2016.
Oh, yeah, it did get delayed.
And it went to Q1. So it's almost here. Don't worry.
So most indie teams are 1 or 2 guys. Like Axiom Verge. I don't think that was crowdfunded. I don't know though.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't.
So it's like he just released it when it was done.
How long
and it's like.
Did they say how long it took him?
I don't know. It took a year to port it to Wii U. They had to get another team to port it, but great game.
Fix your shit, Nintendo.
But so does it make a difference to you for these delayed games if it's a crowdfunded game or not? Like to me, like I didn't really like Shovel Knight, whatever got delayed. Affordable Space Adventures. I'll just wait till when it comes out. Rive is supposed to be out earlier this year. Hive Jump was supposed to be out Q1, Q2. And to me, like if it's not crowdfunded, then it might hurt me a little bit if it's like a game I really wanted. But to me, it's less offensive for some reason because that they probably struggled to get the money and have a small team. But you're talking $5 million budgets to me, then that gets a little bit dicey for me. So what do you guys? Does it make a difference to you if crowdfunded or just a regular indie game?
See, it matters in the way it matters to you, where if it's a game that I was excited for, here's the problem. The games I'm excited for are crowdfunded games. So it's a double hit on my part. Because, oh my God, the Shantae one, I didn't need that in my life right now. Now, granted, I found a new indie game that comes out, I believe, this week, which I think I shared a clip like a while ago, like a week or two
Lobo
ago.
Destroyo, yeah, man.
Well, that and also that beat 'em up game. I forget what it's called.
Oh, I just saw something about that.
Is that coming out this year?
Yeah, it's coming out this week, I think. It's like
I think it's already out.
Is it?
The one that's like Streets of Rage?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the Russian?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's out. Yeah.
What? Fuck me.
Really good.
It's Russia something.
I have something to do then.
Yeah, it's in my Steam queue, so I know it's out. I know it's out now.
Well, so, thank you for letting me know, because that's something I needed to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone else talk.
So anybody else doesn't make a difference to you?
Well, if you're hyped, I think like it hurt a little bit because I couldn't remember about the rare one, not rare, platonic one.
Ukulele.
Right. I couldn't remember at first, and then I was like, oh yeah, they did say October, so I was a little
when it was
bummed.
first revealed, I think they said that.
But I'm hungry as hell, and I hadn't time.
Oh yeah, wait, but that's. Oh, I have a PC now. I could play that. I forgot.
And it was supposed to come to the consoles, and that didn't happen. And I don't know. If I'm really hyped for it, and it gets delayed, yeah, I'm a little bit bummed. But if I didn't put money in on it, I'm probably less bummed than somebody who did. So.
And I will point out, Rob, before you go.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Some of these games are getting promoted via Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. Like Affordable Space Adventures was promoted like a year and a half in advance and got me kind of excited for it. Mm-hmm. But it's not like it was just a really small team, and they encountered some bugs. They had to delay it. It's not like their design was flawed from the beginning and they were changing a bunch of stuff. They just had to bug fix, basically. And with a small team, it takes a lot longer. But I think it's amplified by getting shown in a Nintendo Direct or getting shown at E3 and Sony's press conference. I think that's what kind of amplifies these indie games.
Sure, it gives them like so much visibility.
Yeah, so I think in the past I wouldn't have even known about Shovel Knight getting delayed. It just would have been there all of a sudden, So go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the universal problem, whether it's an indie or a AAA game, is like if you're into the game. So anyone who's like, I wanted that game, whether it's Halo or Zelda, or if it's like Shantae or Shovel Knight, it's like, okay, that sucks. It got delayed. I'm really upset. But when you look at it like broadly, I'm kind of with you, Juice. Like I have way more slack and forgiveness if it's Kickstarter stuff, because of kind of what you were saying. Like they obviously struggle to get money. They're smaller teams. A lot of time they're like first or second time probably programmers for video games. And like the fact that they had to get Kickstarter money means that it's harder for them to make the game. So if they're going to run into delays and they're not a big studio with $100 million of backup funding if something goes wrong, like a Grand Theft Auto, then it's like, okay, like you gotta delay it. Like that's fine. That's why I'm not mad about Bloodstained. Like I'm sad, but I'm not mad unless it falls apart like Mighty Number 9. And I even believed in Mighty Number 9 until the first reviews started to come out. I was still like, yeah, it got delayed 130 times, but it looks really good. And then it wasn't really good. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, Juice, like I agree with you. If it's Kickstarter, sometimes shit happens, and it doesn't really bother me as long as the game turns out okay.
All right. Robert, you got any thoughts?
Well, I just, same thing with me, that like if it's an indie game, I give them like, yeah, okay, since they have a little development staff, you gotta kind of give them a little bit of leniency, because like they are that. But of course, when Ukulele got delayed, I was depressed for a day, and like it happens. But like you guys said, you guys are all saying they're indie guys. You gotta give them a little bit of ease, It's like,
but you're right. They are indie guys. But what does this say about, obviously, KG and Afune, he couldn't deliver. We all expected him to be able to because he was, he's Mr. Blue Bomber. He's Mr.
Well, he made Metroid Prime, you guys.
Right. Prime. So
he can do whatever he wants.
and then now you have what's his name? IGA.
I don't know. Oh, what's his name? I know what you're trying to think of.
Yeah. So what you have him, and
what's his name?
he's coming from Castlevania ilk, and you're like, okay, now you're like, well, he needs a team. He can't do it on his own. So I'm asking the people out there who are like, oh, Shenmue 3, like I'm telling y'all, I was telling them then, I was like, I'm excited Shenmue's coming back, but don't be too excited because
anything could happen.
The original Shenmue cost like $40 million. Obviously, it had a lot to do with
in 1999 or 2000.
Exactly. So that's a lot of dough. And I'm like, they only got $5 million or something like that for this, and he don't have Sega behind him. Like, it's, say what you want about Sega, but Sega at that time, at least, that was a...
They had power and money.
They had power. They had development team. They had talent, right?
Yeah.
And this, you out there by himself, these guys have been proven that they can't do it by themselves. It's not just about, oh, he was the director or he was the producer, so it's going to be a great game. There's no, look at what's the Wii U game?
Devil's Third.
Excited. Devil's Third.
That's my jam.
Devil's Third. Like, I'm trying to tell you, it sometimes having Konami at that time, that meant something. Just these guys are by themselves.
You know who's been saying this for a long time? Red Knight.
Red Knight's been saying this forever.
These guys, maybe they had some vision, but they had a lot of talent. Just like if the actual, was it Tanabe? Who's the Metroid Prime guy?
Tanabe, yeah.
Yeah, like if he went out on his own, did a Kickstarter, there's no guarantee without a bunch of talented programmers around him that that the results would be amazing.
Sure.
So
the only team that seems to be bucking that trend is Playtonic. They're the only ones.
They didn't just, they took the money. They
have the team. A lot of
they
the
hired
team
people.
is there.
Yeah, they were able to pay people. So that's what's got me worried with this Bloodstained is he got $5 million and he's got a development team that don't have quality standards that he does. And why did you have this team working on it with $5 million budget?
Hired a bunch of kids right out of college.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you have to learn. Maybe that's what it is.
But when you're getting that kind of money, you should, for a 2D side scroller. I mean, in this day and age,
you got more than learn money. You got earn money. You got to be able to put something out.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm just so far I'm not sweating it too much. Like it could fall apart and be bad news, like you guys are saying. It's all really good points.
I'm not saying it will.
So far.
I don't want it to be.
Yeah.
But there's all these red flags. You can't ignore them. You can't ignore the red flags.
I definitely acknowledge there's some redness in them flags, so it could go either way. But I'm still excited. I'm gonna be pumped until it falls apart.
I'm gonna forget about this game for 2 years at least.
Yeah, that's the only thing. If it was coming out still next summer, then I don't. I could say I'd still be down, but I don't know if I'll still be.
Well, and that's the thing that still bugs me about Kickstarter. Like there are definitely advantages to it, but it's still such a weird thing to me because I think both Robert and Terrell, did you guys say you funded it?
No, I didn't fund.
No, but Terrell, you did, right? Did we lose Terrell?
He said he did.
Yeah, he did though.
Oh, okay. But anyway, it's like if you fund a game like this, what probably sucks more is when it gets delayed because, like you said, Juice, you wait 2 more years and you almost forget about it, and it's like that money means nothing for so long, and you might not even care about the game by the time it comes out because of the way this whole thing works.
And it ain't coming out to Wii U, which
probably
at that point they better switch that to NX, for the Nintendo fans.
I would think they would do that
on the Wii U version. Don't even waste it.
Yeah, don't. Even if that was coming out middle of next 2017, I'd still say
that's a risk. It's still a risk.
So, Terrell,
I'm worried about Ukulele. I'm worried already about them because
I think Yuka is fine as long as it comes out in March. By the time
Yeah, and those guys did so much. They did so much right by having such a complete and presentable version of that game when they first showed it off.
Yeah,
like they had so much ready to go. Like they really.
And Nintendo can't just sit either. Nintendo has to be proactive with promoting it on their eShop, like they do a lot of other stuff, like
with Ukulele.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd still say if it comes out late February and March for Wii U, it's at that point. I mean, there's almost a zero chance I'm gonna get it if the NX is coming out still in March. So
yeah,
so that they're gonna lose some audience. But we'll talk about that another time. I want to get on to the next topics, but I want to make sure Terrell can. I don't know if you're talking, man. We can't hear you if you are.
yeah.
So we'll get that straightened out. But first, we'll talk about. I don't really want to talk about the Sony overall conference because I didn't watch it. I watched some clips, and the Mike Cerny guy is just
boring.
I'll tell you real quick how it was.
Yeah, I don't really care about that.
I watched the entire thing.
Did you?
And, I did.
Man, I did.
Me too.
You did that instead of like.
Well, I wasn't just sitting there watching doing nothing.
Okay.
I was doing stuff.
He was sleeping.
All right, so Terrell, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't know what the hell happened. Fuck.
Yeah, you were gone, man.
I was here the whole time. Hangouts has been stupid.
Yeah, it's
the switch over, man. It's tripping.
But
I've been doing good lately now.
Yeah.
That means you about to fuck up soon.
Take that L.
Yeah.
Focus now.
Never.
The PS4 Slim. I want to start there. We don't have to talk about it long, but I'm gonna counter what Ms. T, how you kind of summarized it in your video.